today we have a brand new tool from Amazon, a tool that I have been looking at for a long time, and then another EDC item sent into the channel. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we have brand new from Amazon, a new multi-tool. This is called the Cool Pard EDC 11-in-1, and it goes for only $10. Now, I think that's a really good deal for this multi-tool, but I have not tested the scissors yet, so my opinion may change drastically. Let's save the scissors for last. Hopefully, they're one of the better things about this tool, and this looks a lot like the Gerber Splice. A lot of Gerbers are made overseas, and so I'm guessing that perhaps they just sort of copied the design or parts of it. So I sort of like how this is curved and it's very easy to access. And then on the other side, this is a file and also a box cutter. Now I find these extremely useful, and that seems to be fairly sharp. And then right here, you can grab onto this bottle opener, screwdriver, and this one right here is a Phillips screwdriver. Looks actually pretty nice. I'm actually a fan of these tools. Yes, they may be Gerber copies, but at least they seem to have done a pretty good job. These scales look very nice, like aluminum scales. Pretty nice right there. Then we have like a small screwdriver, like a micro screwdriver, a SIM card ejector. And a lot of you guys have informed me that overseas, those are still very important. Then on this side, a little set of tweezers actually. So recently I've been working on the members only videos, and I've got almost the whole series complete about how to mod and make out of the Gerber armbar a Frankenstein multi-tool. And in the midst of that, I've been making a lot of metal shards, and I got some caught in my foot and also in my hand as well. So a small tweezer would have been very useful. Now we come to the scissors. All right, now the dreaded cutting test. And paracord is a lot of times what we use to see how good these scissors are. Wow, that snips right through it. I like these scissors. That is very nice. I think I have a Gerber splice somewhere, but I do not remember if it cuts this well. Wow, that cuts really well. Now, let's go ahead and cut up this little cardboard box that it actually came in from Amazon. Obviously, that cuts pretty well. And I will grab some. I have a little plastic bag. This is a video for the future. This is a future product that I will be happy to share with you guys. Yeah, that's pretty good. I really like these scissors. So for $10, I have to say, I think this is a good deal, $10. Now, keep in mind that the Leatherman Micra at $50 cannot cut paracord near like this. Maybe I should go ahead and get the Micra out. Should I? It's going to be an embarrassment. So let's try to give this Leatherman Micra a shot. I've already tried cutting through here with this Micra, and it is just not doing very well. I almost pinched myself earlier trying to cut down it. Yeah, it's not going through. It's getting bound up on it. This is an older Leatherman Micra, but from what I've read and heard, the older ones are actually better than the newer ones. So $50, $10 works much better. Now, where the Leatherman Micra shines is on precise things. I would imagine like tiny little threads, it would cut a little bit better because of how the scissors are designed for very small things. But unfortunately for larger cordage, yeah, I would pick the $10 tool. Let's weigh this, 79 grams, and over to ounces, 2.7. I think it was like 2.8. There we go, 2.8 ounces. Very lightweight. Then comes in about 2.5 inches or 16.5 centimeters long. Highly recommend this tool. Now, this next tool I doubt will impress me that much, but I have not looked at it that much. I have put it on the shelf for review, and this is more of a first review because I don't plan on carrying this, but I did want to take a look at it. Now this is more almost like a Leatherman skeletal size. It comes in black, spring-loaded pliers, wire cutters. It doesn't have the dreaded spring in between, so hopefully it's a little bit better. It has this at the end that I assume is for like lanyard attachment. I'm not really sure about that. And then there is this flip screwdriver, which I don't really like that because, yeah, it doesn't lock into place. I don't think that's a good idea at all. And then I guess you would have to use it like this, and then it can flip all over the place. Don't like that unless there's something I'm just not looking at. They do have a magnet that holds it in place a tiny bit, but yeah, that's a lose. That's a loss for me, I think, right there. And on this side, they have the knife. Feels pretty cheap. And on the other side is a saw. This right here is, I think if you want to get your name printed on these, it's more of like a promotional item, but it looked like a smaller multi-tool. And I thought, hey, I don't know if I've seen that exact loadout of tools before. Now these don't even have, okay, so that does have a lock and the knife has a lock, but the safety hook does not have a lock, a frame lock there. And this does not either. So both these tools don't. This is a can opener, it looks like. And then usually there's a wire stripper there. They decide not to put one. Your bottle opener, can opener, and pretty much it. It's a very minimalist tool. It did come with this very generic carrying case. This is something, again, that you would buy and give as a gift, like for groomsmen or people at a factory. I don't really think it's worth it. I don't like the design. I like that they tried to make it smaller, but I don't think it's a good design overall. Unfortunately, I think this is a loss for me. Yeah, we'll go ahead, see how much it weighs. Probably weighs too much. 7 ounces. Yeah, for a smaller tool, the Leatherman skeletal tool weighs 5 ounces. This does come in at 4 inches, but it's just because of that screwdriver and then the protruding for like a lanyard loop. But the end of this frame is actually 3.5 inches on that end, and then 3 3/4 on the longest end. So it actually is a sort of nice pocketable size. It's too thick, but other than that, it's sort of pocketable. But unfortunately, it just wasn't that well thought out. Next up, a big thanks to Wurkkos for sending me their flashlight. This is the model TS26S. Now, my favorite part about this is the gnarled handle, which is very comfortable actually in the hand. It does come with some extras. It's got your lanyard and then the cord in the instruction manual. Now, the favorite part about this flashlight to me is this gnarled metal handle right here on the frame for the flashlight. I really like that design. I think that's pretty cool. The clip worked very well. And overall, as I was carrying this and using this at work, I found it very useful. Now, this light right here is magnetic, so that makes it useful as well. And let's go ahead, open the back of this up. You can see the battery. It will have a charging port, and that charging port will be right here at the top. Go ahead, screw this back on. It just feels very well designed. I do like the tactical look at the front. Here's your C charging port. And then at the front right here, we have this flashlight. All right, so when we look at the settings, if we hold this in, we have this economy mode right there. And then from the on setting, we can just hold this button and then it will step up, and then it will step up from that low, medium to the high. Now we can do 2 clicks and we've got turbo, and then the eco mode right there. All right, so the next set of functions, will test your skills, I guess dexterity skills, 1, 2, 3. So here we have the strobe, and then 1, 2, 3, we have the SOS, and then 1, 2, 3, we should do beacon. There we go. So there's the beacon. All right, now when we do 4 clicks, it's lock and unlock, and then 4 clicks, that's with off. 4 clicks on is the ramping mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then we'll hold it, and then it goes up, and then we hold it, and then it goes down. So that's pretty cool right there. And then in this ramping mode, we can do 2 clicks, and then it goes to turbo. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the, there we go. So there's the strobe, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And there's the SOS. And then we'll try to do the beacon, 1, 2, 3. And there's the beacon. All right. And then 4 clicks off. We'll lock and unlock it. And 4 clicks on, we'll go back to the step mode. So it's whichever way you want to do it. That's pretty cool right there. You can either do the click method or just holding in the button to do the ramping method. And I think that's a very useful feature for people that might just enjoy the ramping method, which I think I actually sort of like that better, so I don't have to do all the clicks of the button. A very nice flashlight. Now, one of the things I really like about this light is that it does not have as many bells and whistles as even some of the other Wurkkos lights that they have sent me. I like that it's a flashlight and it doesn't try to be a lantern and a mood light and all that. It's mainly just a work light to get work done, and I think that's pretty cool. So from the instruction manual, I had to find this in English. You can see where it talks about the modes, the eco, low, medium, high, turbo, strobe, SOS, and beacon. And the lumens, that's pretty cool. 3 lumens for 325 hours, 30 lumens, 68 hours. I like that long runtime. Even the 200 lumens at 12 hours. Now, when you get up to the high mode, obviously it won't last that long, but even at 220, lasts for, about 2 or so hours. That's pretty cool. And then at the high turbo, the highest is at 3100 lumens. I don't know why anyone needs it that high unless you're getting attacked by someone and you're trying to blind them. But in the meantime, I probably would forget which setting that the high lumens is unless I had it on the ramping, I guess. That's one of the good things about it. Ramping. Distance, intensity, the impact resistance, waterproof. I think this light for $44 actually is pretty good if you're into this design. I think it's a very capable light. It seemed to be pretty lightweight on the belt. Let's go ahead and weigh this real quick. Bring the scale out, and yeah, it comes in at 6.3 or 6.2 ounces, or in grams, 174 grams. So not extremely heavy. It's a fairly light light for what it offers. I think it offers a lot of value.